developments tonight as cops make a gruesome discovery in the search for adorable 5-year-old Nevaeh Buchanan, who vanished outside her Michigan home on Sunday. Police reportedly find a bloody knife inside a tackle box. They allegedly discovered that blood-soaked knife while searching the home of registered sex offender George Kennedy. Authorities say he is the mom's boyfriend. The missing child's mom insists they're just friends. However, she admits she knew about his criminal history. But the mom stresses she did not let him spend time with her daughter alone. Why any parent would let a convicted sex offender near their daughter under any circumstances whatsoever completely boggles my mind. So who is this sex offender? Boyfriend or friend? And did he and the girl's mom have an argument just hours before little Nevaeh disappeared? This is what a cousin now claims.
She talked to him before the disappearance. They had a conversation on the phone. And supposedly, as I hear, they got some sort of dispute, argument, and they hung up on each other. Then a couple hours later, she's missing. You know, I mean, put two and two together.
Police now have that convicted sex offender. You're looking at him right there behind bars. They are holding him on a probation violation. He is considered a person of interest, not a suspect. We have to point that out. Let's remember mom's distraught explanation the very day little Nevaeh went missing.
The little girl came in and she said Nevaeh is playing outside in the road on a scooter. So I go outside and I go to tell her not to play in the road, to stay on the sidewalk, and I couldn't find her.
Meantime, the FBI is following up on a tip that a girl with the same name and description was spotted just 3 hours away at a mall in Ohio on Monday. Is this a ray of hope for the family? We hope, we hope. I want to know what you think. Give me a holler. Now, straight to my fabulous expert panel. Don Clark, former special agent in charge of the Houston FBI. The one and only Curtis Sliwa, founder of the Guardian Angels. Stacey Honowitz, Florida prosecutor. And joining me by phone, Rob Davidek, news director for WWJ 950 AM. Rob, you've been tracking this case. What is the very latest?
Well, we can tell you that they just spent, they being the investigators, the police, the FBI, the county sheriffs down in Monroe County, just spent the last 8 hours searching a couple quarries, man-made lake about a mile or two from the apartment complex where Nevaeh Buchanan disappeared from. They searched a couple miles wide this lake is, a couple square miles. Didn't come up with anything at this point. From what I understand, they just ended that search just a short time ago. Some family members are out searching again tonight. There's going to be a candlelight vigil as well, from what I understand, at 9 o'clock tonight for the little girl.
Now, police have questioned but not charged this George Kennedy, the registered sex offender, who is a friend of Nevaeh's mom. Listen to the mom explain his access to little Nevaeh.
He had contact with her before, but I've never left her alone with him. There was always another parent with her and him.
Curtis Sliwa. Mom admits this guy was in her little girl's life. Police reports say a 13-year-old girl once claimed he forced himself on her and kissed her with his quote-unquote tongue down her throat.
And, by the way, he got a rap of 2 to 15. He was out in 5 on parole. And the mother knew this. Now, Jane, maybe if the mother hadn't known this and this guy was like El Romantico, you know, the flowers, he was nice, he was paying attention, you might understand a little bit how she could be bamboozled. But she lets this sexual predator into her house. And clearly he has access to the child. I mean, this woman is as culpable as whoever it is did this to her child. And I gotta think, man, this is the primetime suspect.
Stacey Honowitz, you're the Florida prosecutor. You've got a bloody knife that was, according to published reports that we cannot independently confirm, found in this guy's tackle box. He is a convicted sex offender. There's a cousin who's now claiming that he and the mom had an argument shortly before the child went missing. How do you add it all up when there's a child that has vanished?
Well, Jane, certainly these are fabulous leads. I mean, it's, bittersweet when you think about it, but hopefully there are some leads to go on. And really what I have to say is that this mother, really, the culpability of this mother needs to be looked at, because the fact of the matter is he's back in jail now on a probation violation because there are certain requirements that sexual predators must meet. They are that they cannot have contact, live near, or be near any children. So that's why he's in there now. So hopefully with these leads, the bloody knife, the conversation with the cousin, all these things tied in, maybe when they process the knife to see if, God forbid, anything from her is on there, then we'll know more. But right now, they're just trying to put it all together. They're trying to do everything they can in that area, drawing from the quarries, processing the knife, talking to any leads, talking to anybody in the compound that saw these people together. But it's interesting for the mother to say that he's never had access alone with this child. You and I both know a sexual predator knows exactly what they're doing. They can befriend a child without a parent even being around.
And Ryan Duval, you're a private investigator and a friend of this family. Apparently, Ryan Duval, no Ryan. Okay, we don't have Ryan right now, but we're going to get him in a little bit. Police are playing their cards close to the vest on the reported finding of a bloody knife. Listen to this.
What can you tell us about the bloody knife that was found? What was it found and had the blood been identified?
During the course of the investigation, we collected different articles, conducted numerous searches, and submitted various pieces of property to the crime lab for analysis for various reasons. I'm not commenting any further on that.
Don Clark, former special agent in charge of the Houston FBI, the knife reportedly with human blood on it, allegedly found inside this tackle box in the home of this registered sex offender who is the friend or boyfriend of the missing child's mom. How soon are we likely to learn if this is little Nevaeh's blood or not?
I think it's a good thing that this person is in custody because of his parole violation, because they're going to be testing that real quickly, because that's the best lead that they've got going right now. But you know, Jane, the real crime started, well, the crime could be if something's happened to this little girl, but it all started when this mother allowed this little girl to be out on her own and not supervised. And then you add that, the relationship with this boyfriend, knowing that he's a sex offender. What are you doing? You're just offering up your kid for something to happen, and that's what we're facing right now.
Well, let me tell you something. The mom spent 11 months in jail after a conviction on a charge of home invasion that stemmed from a drug problem. We're going to talk more about that. Stay right there, panel. More on this frantic search for an innocent little child.